Hey guys, Coach Cody Looney here from CrossFit Advantage, and today we're going to talk about a concept that we call stand, jump, land. We use this concept for the clean and the snatch. Today we're going to talk about it mostly for the snatch, but it carries over for both, okay? And the way that we teach the snatch and the clean is jump and land, jump and land. We teach jump and land, we drill jump and land, and then the problem with that is that once we take the bar below the knees, things get all messed up. Because people start to go too fast off the ground, they have a hard time, they start bringing the bar around the knees, their positions change. So we started using this concept of stand, jump, land, and it's been really effective, and I want to talk to you about how it goes. So we basically break the lift down into three parts: the stand phase, the jump phase, and the land phase. In the competitive weightlifting world, it's basically the first pull, second pull, third pull, but for our people that we see on a daily basis, we just call it stand, jump, and land. And the basic thing of this concept is that we want to keep it as simple as possible. Whether you're working with a brand new lifter off the street or a competitive lifter, simple cues create elaborate, complicated movement. So you want to keep things as simple as possible. Stand, jump, land might sound too simple, and that's kind of the point. It really is very, very simple, because the more you think, the slower you're going to be. So here's what we got. Brand new lifter. During the stand phase, all I'm thinking about is hips and shoulders rising at the same time and being patient. So the word I use for that is patience. Okay, we want to be smooth off the floor. That sets us up for success to be fast through the middle. As a coach, you're looking for the hips and shoulders come up at the same time, but we need patience. That's the word we're looking for. All right, the jump phase. Early on, all I care about is finishing. Open those hips and jump that bar violently. So we're gonna yell finish. The hips are all the way open, the shoulders are up and back. Finish. And then in the land phase, early on, I need perfect footwork. Because the footwork that we use when we learn the lifts is the footwork that we're gonna stay with when things get heavy or when we get tired. So we have to be perfect with the footwork early on. So land phase, all I care about now is footwork. Okay, so your new lifter does a really good job of being patient, finishing, and has perfect footwork on their lifts. It's time to get a little bit more advanced, so we kind of work our way forward here. And in the next thing I want to see once they're patient off the ground is I want to see the bar start to sweep back. So it's going to stay close to the body as you rise, and you're going to sweep the bar back in that stand phase. All right, then we go to the jump phase. Now, they're finishing every time. I want to make sure they hit the down position on the way up. A lot of times lifters go from that launch or takeoff position above the knees. They go straight from there to finish. And what happens is it sends the bar away from the body. It's going to make you miss lifts to the front, where you have to jump and go get it. And when it's heavy loads, that's not going to happen. So we want to make sure that we're hitting the down position on the way up. So we're just going to say down position. Okay, and now for the land phase. Now they're lifting pretty well. It's important that we understand that in the land phase, we don't actually land. Landing is too slow. We need to pull ourselves under the bar in order to get that bar overhead, okay? So we don't just land, it's too slow. We pull ourselves under the bar, okay? Pull under bar. All right, now they're doing a pretty good job of that. At this point, we have a pretty decent lifter. They're doing things pretty well. It's time to get even more particular and more specific with what we want from them. So we'll move over here. In the stand phase, the shifting of the weight in the feet. We're gonna start with the weight more in the ball of the foot, and as we stand and sweep that bar back, it's gonna shift into the heels. So, shifting of weight. In the heels, okay? And now, in the jump phase, we really wanna make sure that we're loaded in the hamstrings at that launch position or that takeoff position just above the knees, all right? We're gonna wind those rubber bands. They're gonna help fling us through the middle. So we're gonna get the loading the hamstrings in that jump phase. All right, and now in the land phase, We need to pull under, and we need to be extremely tight. Cannot emphasize this enough. You gotta pull under the bar. Your shoulder's gonna be externally rotated. We like to say, show me your armpits or stack the bones, but you have to be tight. If you have a hard time staying tight under the bar, my favorite exercise is the Snatch Balance. It's gonna get you strong, fast, and confident in that bottom position, staying tight. If you can't snatch balance more than you can snatch, you gotta work on it, and it's gonna help you with this land face here with bigger and faster lifts. So, we're just gonna say tight. You gotta be extremely tight, okay? And we can keep going and going and get more specific with these drills, but the bottom line is stand, jump, land. Keep it really simple. Whether you're a brand new lifter or you're going to the national championships, keep it simple. You can only think about one thing at a time, at the most. So in your practice, when you're doing your Bergner warm-up, your skill transfer exercises, that's the time to overthink, to prepare the brain, to prepare the body. But once you get to that barbell or that platform, you gotta think as little as possible. That goes for you, that goes for your athletes. Don't make them think too much. Don't give them a lot of narrative, give them short, precise cues, as simple as possible, all right? I'm Coach Cody Looney from CrossFit Advantage, and that is stand, jump, land.